Hello, you're watching QPVN News. I'm Anh Tuấn and here's the headlines. Vietnam Defense Expo demonstrates strength of Vietnam's military. Bodyguards join hands to remove EC's yellow card. Cái Răng Floating Market Culture and Tourism Festival kicks off. After nearly a month of working, the 15th National Assembly wrapped up its 8th session on November the 30th at the National Assembly House under the chair of National Assembly Chairman Trần Thanh Mẫn, General Secretary Tô Lâm, State President Lương Cường, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính and former leaders of the party, state, National Assembly governments attended the closing session. National Assembly Chairman Trần Thanh Mẫn emphasized that the 8th session completed all set agendas, considering and deciding many major issues, including difficult and complex matters related to numerous industries and fields, particularly the law on the People's Air Defense and the amended law on the officers of the Vietnam People's Army. In the coming time, the National Assembly will continue to innovate strongly and consolidate its organizational apparatus while accompanying the government, agencies and units in the political system in striving to achieve the highest socio-economic development goals in 2025. On November the 30th, General Phan Van Giang, Minister of National Defense, inspected the rehearsal and preparation of the forces serving the Vietnam Defense Expo 2024. On an area of nearly 20,000 square meters, more than 2,150 actors, fighters, cadets and soldiers jointly conducted special performances that will debut in the opening ceremony of this year's exhibition. The opening ceremony will feature a 30-minute arts program and a main ceremony. The forces will make 4 mass performances, including Vietnamese bamboo performed by 500 commander combatants and cadets, 165 combatants performing drums, and 200 others joining the ceremony flag performance. Vietnam, Country and People, featuring a medley of folk songs from 3 regions performed by 200 professional dancers and 200 soldiers. Colorful Vietnam performed by military ceremonial troops and 200 soldiers. An Aspiration for Peace connecting 5 continents performed by 200 dancers, 600 commander combatants and cadets and 200 soldiers. The number of aircraft performing at this exhibition will be greater than 2022. Su-30 Mk2 aircraft and helicopters will fly in the formation carrying the Vietnamese national flags on the battle drum background at the opening ceremony. A martial arts performance by the commando troops and the bodyguard service dogs promised to spice up the program. Minister Giang asked the forces to uphold their sense of responsibility for practicing to make the program a success, contribute to spreading a message of Vietnam, peace, cooperation, mutual development among international friends. Praising the efforts in preparing for the event of the troops, General Giang expected them to try their best on the occasion of the 80th founding anniversary of the Vietnam People's Army and the 35th anniversary of the Whole People Defense Festive Day, showing the strength of great unity of the military. He noted that the troops should thoroughly prepare for the events to demonstrate them to be Uncle Ho soldiers in the eyes of not only Vietnamese but also international friends. Vietnam and Laos have long been maintaining a traditional friendship of special solidarity and comprehensive cooperation between the 2 parties, the 2 states and the 2 peoples. Over the years, such twinning models of hamlets along the border, as well as exchange visits and mutual support between the people of the 2 border sides, have helped multiply the everlasting relationship between the 2 countries of Vietnam and Laos.
A marriage of nearly 30 years and 4 children with Song In from the land of a million elephants is a complete happiness. That joy seems to have doubled since they officially became a Vietnamese citizen. For every person in the Vietnam-Laos border area, the border markers is not just standing solemnly in the middle of mountains and forest, but dearly engraved in their hearts, especially for those who have two homelands of Vietnam and Laos. In 1988, Song Ze and his family migrated to Thong Pe Hamlet, Kham Kun district, Boli Kham Se province of Laos to make a living. He was then granted the Lao nationality and became a member of the Lao People's Revolutionary Party. Coming here, I still carry the idea of solidarity that Uncle once said, Laos and Vietnam are like one family. Kalo Hamlet, Kalum district, Sekong province of Laos, on a day of incessant rain. Yet amidst the rain, there is still warmth. Is it Comrade Chien? He came here to help the people of Kalo back in the days. The road was unfavorable at that time. For nearly 15 years, the people of Kalo Hamlet have never forgotten the help of Vietnamese bodyguards. 42 solid stilt houses were built as a shelter place for the local residents after a hard day of farming. Since the early days founding the hamlet, the local people have worked hard to run a stable and better life. We're extremely grateful for the help of the Vietnamese bodyguards. In recent times, the people and armed forces of the two countries have developed a truly close affection, together advising each other to maintain security and order in the Vietnam-Laos border area. We are increasingly closer, more affectionate, increasingly tight-knit, and we consider ourselves brothers in one family, together maintaining a stable and developing area for the common sake of the two countries. The future buds of Vietnam and Laos will grow from the source of happiness and friendship that today the soldiers and people of the two border sides are joining hands to sow and cultivate for the everlasting peace and happiness of the two countries.
Combating IUU fishing is an urgent task for authorities at all levels, sectors, forces and coastal localities. Quảng Ninh border guards prioritize this mission, implementing decisive and effective solutions.
Halong Bay at night often sees increased illegal fishing activities. Leveraging a thorough understanding of local waters, Quảng Ninh Border Guard Squadron 2 has detected and handled 19 cases involving 19 vessels this year, including 4 cases in Halong Bay. We maintain regular patrols at sea, collaborate with coastal border stations, and rely on public reports to promptly detect violations. As one of the Vietnam's 4 largest fishing grounds, Quảng Ninh addresses both local and out-of-province fishing vessels. In addition to inspections and protection, Quảng Ninh border guards raise awareness among fishermen to encourage voluntary compliance and combat destructive fishing. We have helped local fishermen understand why combating IUU fishing is vital. This approach has helped us receive valuable information to prevent violations effectively. Efforts to combat illegal fishing, especially destructive practices, are key to lifting the European Commission yellow card on Vietnam's fisheries and protecting the maritime environment. Quảng Ninh border guards will continue through inspections and enforcement alongside other provincial forces.
Coming up next, Cái Răng Floating Market Culture and Tourism Festival kicks off. Sustainable startups from agriculture models. On November the 30th, the Cái Răng Floating Market Culture and Tourism Festival kicked off, lasting until December the 2nd. The event is part of the Ho Chi Minh City and Mekong Delta Tourism Trade Week. The festival features outstanding activities aimed at spreading the cultural values of floating markets, unique heritage of the southwestern region. The highlight of the event is the unique cultural and artistic programs such as Đơn Ca Tài Tử performances and more than 100 booths introducing typical products of localities. In particular, there will be activities where visitors can experience the real life of local traders, thus spreading the beauty of river culture. Ho Chi Minh City Mekong Delta Tourism Trade Week is a regional event helping promote socio-economic cooperation between Ho Chi Minh City and the provinces and cities of the southwestern region. The market for Christmas decorations and gifts in Da Nang has begun to be bustling. This year's Christmas items are diverse in design and attract a large number of shoppers. Christmas trees, colorful wreath and pine cones. These products are in diverse design this year. This Christmas season, the demand for decorating shops, service businesses and houses has increased sharply, so the purchasing power has also increased significantly. Besides decorations, Christmas gifts also come in many sizes, especially products made from environmentally friendly materials such as wood, pine cones and coconut coir, offered at reasonable prices, attracting consumers. According to the stores, this year's Christmas decorations and gifts only account for about 10% of high-end goods, imported goods about 20%, and the rest are handmade goods designed by the stores themselves to suit consumer taste in the context of economic difficulties. Startups often originate from breakthroughs and unique ideas in many fields. It's even more meaningful when the startup models have achieved success and brought values to our life. The trend of startup from agriculture models has increasingly received special attention from youngsters for its applicability and sustainability.
From the wild trees to the lemongrass, perilla in the garden, the ethnic man An Văn Tuấn in Chieng Kian Kamin Van Ban District, Lao Cai Province has created healthy products with high economic value. The young man's project of producing and trading natural essential oil won first prize at the second startup idea competition in Lao Cai Province. As a farmer, I met difficulties in applying science and technologies in production. Limited capital was also a challenge. Thanks to the support of the Port Committee and authorities at all levels, we've been facilitated to access linkage models and development projects. Likewise, Ms. Hoa, director of Sơn Hoa Cooperative, started her startup model with local agricultural products effectively. The cooperative has focused on improving the quality, package, design and standards of the local products, trying to adjust products suitable to market demand. The cooperative currently consumes livestock products, helping stabilize consumption source and ends with the life of its members. I established this cooperative with an aim to make my contribution to the development of my hometown, seeking stable consumption markets for the local products. Ready to start a business means being ready to encounter new challenges. The important thing is to motivate inspiration and create space for creative ideas. The stories of Mr. Tuấn and Ms. Hoa are just some among countless successful agricultural startup models across the country. To replicate these models in the coming term, it is of necessity to have a mechanism to support startup projects with capital and financial incentives.
This is the end of the QPVN News today. Remember to watch our news again at qpvn.vn. Thank you for watching and goodbye for now.